Hello everyone, and welcome to The Business Coach with Dan Olsen. My name is Marjorie Roman, and as always, we have our amazing coach, Dan Olsen. Thank you so much for coming today.
Oh, I love it. Grateful to be here.
And today we're going to talk about the Super Bowl of businesses, which is the International Franchise Association Convention. And it's a really cool event, I've heard. It's like really the Super Bowl of all of the different businesses and their systems, and they get to explain so many things about how to get into this business. So tell me a little bit about your experience attending these conferences.
Oh, I love those conferences. We go there and we meet the people that are dear to us, that have started franchises and have built franchises, and you see Hall of Fame people who have, people that I've known that have been chosen to be to the Hall of Fame every year. We have high level speakers there from world class, but the most important thing for me is just seeing those people and interacting. In fact, one of the last ones I went to, I was there meeting different people, and I met this person that needed some help with their franchise program. And so we started talking, and I started really getting excited about it. And so we interacted some more, and when we went home, we were able to jump on Zooms and get things moving forward, and we were able to help him or coach him on how to take his franchise to the next level. And so those were extremely valuable to connections, because when you look at franchising across the world, not just the United States, the main players are there. And so if you ever think about franchising, that's a good place to get instruction. It's a good solid place to understand what franchising is all about. There are vendors there, there are professionals there that will help anybody at any particular area of franchising to get the exact information that they need.
That's right. This convention, I feel like it's such a great opportunity to network and to get to know what is going on into the business world right now, what is trending, and what we should be focusing on. So on this recent convention from 2022, they decided to talk about a few topics. One of them, I know that it was switching between brands. So tell me your experience on that. How easy or difficult is it to switch between different brands once you own a franchise yourself?
It's easy. It's really easy, matter of fact. So it just depends on which brand, of course, so you want to be able to focus on that. But I help people all the time do that, and I've done it myself, where they may be in the service type business, but now they want to acquire more of a food type. Or we see a lot of people that have food type franchises that now are getting a different type of brand of food brand. So it might be sandwiches over here, and then it might be tacos over here, or whatever it is. But they're continuing along that way because the organization that they have in place, that little mini empire that they built, they already have their accounting, they already have their finance, they already have their legal, they already have HR. All those things are already established that can help in all those particular areas. So it just makes a world of difference if you've already got something going, to add something else on top of that. It really accelerates your business even higher. So the cool thing about also looking at different brands is it diversifies you even more. So if the economy kind of goes down in this area and shoots up in this other area, this other industry, you've got a balanced portfolio of businesses. And so that makes real good sense to have more than one type of industry.
That's right. And I feel like it also gives you an opportunity to have a more diverse portfolio. Because I know that sometimes we as humans, we get bored of doing the same thing every day. And you're like, oh no, but it's the same thing. I want to have some variety, some new things. I want to try something new. But you can still try something new within another brand for your business. I was looking at the 2022 convention where Shaq, the former basketball player,
yeah, Shaq was there. He was there.
He was actually there during this year, and he was talking about all the many brands that he owns. I think he owns like a Five Guys and a Papa John's and Krispy Kreme and all of those ones. And he mentioned how wonderful it is to be able to have multiple brands and the support from all of those, and at the same time learn the similarities and differences between all of those different brands. Even like he noticed how despite they're all in the same food industry, they all perform so different, they all have different systems, but they do have one thing in common, which is that these systems have already been proven and that they are really good and working for helping you achieve the success that you need.
Yeah, so in Shaq, in doing that, and he was very smart, and a lot of professional athletes are looking to that. In fact, if you're a professional athlete, or if you know a professional athlete, it's one of the best ways for you to actually leave the professional sports arena, because you never know when your career's over, is to be able to invest in a franchise. In fact, I'm working with an NHL player right now because he knows his career is going to be over, but he's a pretty sharp guy. And so one of these easiest ways to get the cash flow coming, so that when he does leave or something happens, he's got cash flow. He's taking care of his family. And so what Shaq does is, for example, he talks a lot about investing in things that help people. He likes to help people. He likes to have fun. And that's the same thing that I've done. I've invested in things that help people. So if you just focus on helping people and feeling good about that, that's often a good franchise to be involved with when you're seeing people supported and helped. And in the food business, obviously people are happy. They're excited about being and going in and getting their burger or going to get it. They're excited about going to lunch. They're excited about going to dinner and getting that. So you're helping people to feel good.
That's right. And one of the things that really resonated with me as I was listening to him talk is that he mentioned that he gets into brands that he truly believes in and that make people happy.
Exactly.
And it's really cool to be able to do that within a franchise system because of your advisors, we're able to see a brand that truly has the same principles, mission, and vision that we have for our business, and it's aligned to their system. So in your case, what is the main driver for you to choose a certain brand over other one?
Main driver for me, and I've seen a lot of brands, I've helped people get in a lot of different brands, but also I've owned a lot of franchises myself, and like hair salons or massage or even food or whatever. And I like to invest across the board. So what I like is the idea that I have that variance. So it's not just one thing. So if I want to go eat at my little fast food place over here, or take my family over there, I can do that. Or if I want to go over here and get a service over here, I can do that. I've got that access to different types of businesses. But the thing is that the really big thing is I like seeing people happy. So when they're eating at one of my food places, they're happy. I don't see unhappy people eating there. And so it's kind of that comfort food. It's that happiness place. It's fun. So I like to see that fun. But the other thing I have with my regenerative health clinic, I see people's lives change. And that is such a good feeling to see people come in here that where they're feeling better, or their pain is gone, or actually even to the point where we've actually saved lives. It doesn't get any better than saving someone's life. And so the passion that comes in there is always there, but the variance is good. But it takes a while to get to that point. So don't think, I got to start with 5 different types of businesses. Sure, you want to get 5 ways of cash flow coming in, but it starts one at a time. Start with one, get the support, focus on it, get it built, then get your second one and your third one, and they can be in different areas. And all along the way is aligning with your passion and your values of who you are. There's a lot of different choices out there in business, and whether you start it or whether you acquire it, align it with your passion and align it with your values. In fact, I have an example of that if you want me to.
Yeah, for sure.
So I was just reminded, I was at this conference in California last week. I happened to go to the beach.
Oh.
I got some time away. You got to take a little time away, right? I talk about this in another podcast. If you have a bow and arrow, even that strongest bow has to be unstrung sometimes because it loses its strength. We lose our strength if we don't have that chance to actually recharge and relax and enjoy our lives. We have to unstring our bow so that we keep maintaining that strength. So anyway, I went out to this beach, And I was reminded of this story of a friend of mine who went to a beach also, and he started talking to a guy there on the beach, and the guy said, "You know what? I'm working on this new business opportunity, and oh, tell me about it." So he told him about it, and he says, "How do I get involved with that?" Well, we can get you involved. It was a franchise, actually, a brand new franchise in a new area that no one ever thought about. And he says, "I want that for my area. How do I get that?" Let's do the deal right now.
Oh wow! Right on the beach.
Right on the beach. And so they had no way to do the deal, so they went to this garbage and they found this old cereal box. They got a pen. They opened up the cereal box, so they had the cardboard where you could see it, and they wrote the contract right there on the cereal box because he didn't want to miss out on it. And he gave him a $5,000 check deposit, wrote out a check, went back to his hotel room, put that check, attached the check to the cereal box, and they walked away with it.
Oh, that's incredible.
And then he was able to get the rest of the funding for the deal put together. So he built it up over the years, and he ended up selling it for $50 million.
Oh, wow.
A deal done on the beach. And so you never know when those deals are going to come across.
That's right. And that's one of the things that I would really recommend our audience to keep an eye open, like an open mind. You never know when opportunities are going to come your way, especially within the business world, because there's so many people out there with great ideas, great systems that work. So keep your mind open to all of these amazing ideas, listen to them, analyze them, of course. Don't invest just like all willy-nilly, but analyze them with an advisor and make sure that it's the right fit for you. And also, you couldn't have said it better, Dan. You need to make sure that it aligns to your values and that it truly aligns to who you are.
And you know what? That was the point of that story, too. The values is this friend of mine, he actually ended up writing books about this. He said, life is too short. So if it's not interesting to you, if it's not aligning with the things that are important to you, freedom or family or financial independence or whatever the values whatever you value in life, don't do it. Why go out and try to do something that's not going to align with your values? And that goes back to education. Is that education aligning with your values, what's important to you? Is that business that you're doing aligning with your values? If it's not aligning with your values, he says, don't do it. And this comes from a guy who's probably worth close to $500 million with real estate and the business investments that he's put in. Life's too short. Align it with your values and move down that path, and chances are you'll have much more success because you're interested in it. You want to move forward with something that works for you.
That's right. Your values are the key for you to reach out your goals. And also, speaking of goals, also in this convention, they were mentioning how one of the main factors for someone to start into the franchise system is that they are looking to achieve their goal, which is having a good lifestyle, being able to help others. What was your main goal when you started your first franchise system?
So I was scared to death and wondered, okay, what have I done? There's money out the door here. What have I done? And I've seen other people like that too. But it is, sometimes it can be scary like that. But our advisors help you through. But my main goal at that point, and I didn't focus on the right goal. My main goal is how quickly I could get it open, start making the money, getting a return on my investment. That's part of it. But the main goal should be is how am I going to help others? How is my service or my business going to help others, and creating value around that and adding to value? In fact, I do it all the time. Even if my franchise business, sure, it's all set up, but there's still few things I can tweak to add value to someone walking in the door. I want to give them more value, so when they walk out, they've got a tremendous amount of value. So you think in the terms of value, how you're serving others, and everything else seems to fall into place.
That's right. And the cool thing is that you're not only providing a good value for your customers, but you're also providing a good culture for the people that are working with you within your business. Thank you so much again, Dan, and thank you to our audience. So go out there, be focused on your values so you can achieve the success that you want for your goals. We're going to see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Thank you.